Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 2x4 tent with another unboxing video and giveaway. This one is from Mars Hydro, and this is it's a big step up for them, really. They made a really nice light with the SP250, and then they stepped it up with the SP3000, and now they're breaking out into the light bars. So this is the FC3000, and we are giving away one of these. We're gonna open this up, take a look at it, test it, and then yeah, we're gonna start a giveaway. So let's get this out here. We got the of course the watt meter, the meter, the par meter, the heat meter, and then of course baby Katana making an appearance, of course. So let's get the meters out of the way here. And we can get down to business. There we go. Get it centered there. Oh boy, yeah. I already see diodes. Alright, so this is probably going to be fairly easy to pull out. Kind of. Damn, this thing's big. That's what she said. Oh good lord, this So there we are. That's the unit itself. Check that out. There's the light bars. Back side. I'm not going to take the packing off there yet. We'll let that stay protected. There's some more stuff in here. So let's see what's actually in here. Oh damn, they sent more hella slaps. Look at that. Haha. That's nice. These slaps are killer. They got these big monster slaps. That's huge. So yeah, slaps. Everybody loves slaps. And what else we got in here? Imagine there's a driver in here somewhere. Some other stuff. There we go. Here's something. It's coming out. Aha. There we go. Interesting packing job on all this stuff. But it works. Seems really, really elaborate though. Honestly. But, hey. If it keeps it safe, it keeps it safe. That's what matters. So let's flip this around here. Get a good look at the driver. Meanwhile, driver. As you can see, they are stepping up the game. It does have the dimmer as well. Pretty kick-ass. A nice little setup there. Seems to be like it'll be pretty easy to attach. You set this off to the side. Is there anything else in here? Yep. More stuff. We got the user's manual. So this has a bunch of their models here. TS, TSW, SP, FC, pretty much all their models that they carry right now. Assembly instructions, dimmer operation, daisy chain operation. They are daisy chainable. Got some grow tips. They tell you approximately how to use your light for seedling and flower growth. A couple different tips in there. Caution, other languages, warranty. Alright, so here's their warranty. Let's take a, here, I'll get in this camera here, we'll take a good read at it. Within the first 3 months, free components, repairing, and shipping. 3 months to a year, buyer pays one-way shipping and fees to the repair center, and then I imagine they pay the fees back. And then year 1 through 3, after the first year basically, you pay shipping both ways and repairing fees. Wait a minute. Isn't that just paying for the damn repair?
Are you stupid or something?
Oh God, I hope that's a misprint. Buyer pay, am I reading that wrong? Buyer pay the two-way shipping fees and repairing fees. No, I'm not reading that wrong. Mars, is that right? Because that really just sounds like a 1-year warranty. And I don't remember your warranty being that before. I remember it being buyer pays two-way shipping, but you pay the parts. That's what I remember before, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, that's interesting. So that's kind of mind-blowing. There we go. That out of the way. Let's get deep in here. Holy shit. We're deep. Going deep. Got the power cord, pretty standard. Nothing too crazy on that. We got rope ratchets, kind of like a little accessory kit here. Got the daisy chain connector, which is a phone cord, basically. We got the hanging kit and the rope ratchets with plastic gears, unfortunately. No metal gears. I'd figure they would upgrade to the metal gears on the higher end light. Maybe next time. Alright, and I think that's it. We are empty. Yep. Alright, so we can get that out of the way. And get down to business. So let's go ahead and try and get this out of here. Wow, that's really in there well. So this is a lot smaller than the box would lead me to believe. That is for sure. The box was huge. This thing is going to fit in the 2x4 pretty well. I was actually wondering if it says it's a 3x3 light, and I imagine it is a really good 3x3 light, but I kind of think it would be usable in a 2x4. So we're going to find out. We're going to check it out and see. Just a good look at the board there. Pretty nice looking light. It feels sturdy. There's no rattling to it. It's put together well. It feels nice. It really does. Now this has the Samsung LM301B diodes, and then it has the Osram reds, and then a Meanwell driver. So this is all name brand parts on this light. That is pretty damn cool. So it looks like there's some assembly with this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera here, and we'll get this sucker hooked up, and we'll see what it does. All right, sounds good. So I've got the meter here, and I've got the fixture at 16 inches here, as usual. So we'll start it off there. Imagine that's probably going to be pretty good. These strip lights tend to run a little closer to the canopy, so we'll see how it works. This is 39.7 watts now. Are we all the way down? Yeah, all the way down. Let's see what we're hitting. 170. So yeah, that's enough to clone with, not really enough to veg with, but you could definitely clone with that much. Let's see what the settings are here. So it goes in 25% increments. So let's go, we'll turn it up to 25% here. Alright, there we go. 314. That's it. 25%. That's enough to veg with. So that's definitely enough to veg with in that territory. I would be happy to veg with that. 300, 350. About 400 is really the most I would suggest to veg with. Any more than that is not only overkill, wasting power, but it can also stress the plants out and make them yellow out a little bit faster before they need to. And they feed a lot more. So let's go up to 50%. Go 473 50%. So that's almost to flower territory. That's like what you would usually get in like the corners of your tent, like the very, very, very corners of your tent would be in the high 400s, low 500s is what a lot of people end up with. So real close though. So let's kick it up to 75%. Right there. And that brings us into flower territory. And the meter shut off from all the power. So that brings us into flower territory at 688 in the middle. That is that's fat cola territory all the way. Anything above 500 or so is going to give you pretty nice looking colas. 600, 700 where this is, definitely some fatties. You go up above 800, that's about the max you can really want to go, unless you're using CO2 or you really just have your nutrients dialed in and you're just stuffing them full of nutrients and have your pH levels right and just everything dialed in. Then you can run up to 12, maybe 1400 for the lighting levels. I've ran up to 2000, and it definitely stresses the plants out and the buds start to foxtail a little bit, so I don't really advise it. Let's go ahead and crank this thing up all the way. See what we're looking at. Bam! Look at that. 1010. 1010 is what we're looking at. That is, like I said, fat cola territory. Even a little bit hard to manage at that, at 1,000. That's pushing some power. That is pushing some serious power. So let's move this thing around and see what we can see. We'll get out to the edge of the fixture here, right on the very edge. Let's see what we get. 639. Still in fat cola territory. And then this is going to be about 6 inches off the side to simulate the 3-foot marker. And you see at 3 foot with no reflection. Keep in mind there's no wall reflection here. It's at 370. But if we turn it in, like the leaves would turn in, or if we had wall reflection, look at that. That is flower territory. So obviously if we had a wall here, you would get a lot more from this. So definitely right there, that confirms this is a 3x3 flower light for sure. Like 100%, just from that one reading right there, I'm confident in recommending this in a 3x3. Not a problem. Now let's see if it can actually do a 4x4 or a 2x4. So let's take it all the way out to the edge, and we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll turn it in, but I think it's going to be a little lacking. Yep, that's still like almost 400. Like, you could really push it. You could push it and maybe squeak it out. There's people that run 400 for their lighting levels. There's a lot of people that underlight their space and they don't even really know it. And then they're happy with what they get. So, man, this might actually do like a poor man's 4x4 grow or a 2x4. That is pretty damn sweet. If you could get, what's this pushing right now? 266 watts? Wow. Dude, if you could run a 4x4 tent with only 266 watts and get a decent yield, that's killing the game. That is pretty damn impressive. I like it. I like it. They skimped out on damn near everything else as far as accessories go, but it seems the hardware itself is pretty damn excellent. I mean, this hanging kit, I think they should be arrested for including this hanging kit with this nice of a light. I would not trust this hanging kit as far as I can throw it. And I can throw it pretty far. I mean, it's a little piece of crap. But I used it because that's what it comes with. But I would definitely recommend swapping it out for rope ratchets. It comes with 2 rope ratchets. You're going to want to order 2 more. You're going to want to actually order 4 more because it comes with the plastic geared rope ratchets, which they bind up and they're really hard to adjust, and it's just a complete pain in the ass. I didn't even use them. I used my Metal Gear rope ratchets. I don't know if you can see the Metal Gears in there, but buy 4 rope ratchets of Metal Gears and just hook it. It'll go right on there on the 4 corners. Make sure this is cranked, and we'll let it heat up. That corner's starting to heat up a little bit. I think these bars are going to get quite hot because there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of metal on them. So we'll see what happens. But the nice thing is you can run the driver outside the tent, and then that is going to also increase the airflow across this. Now it does have these fins on here. I don't know if you can see. There's fins on here. So if you get airflow through here, through that channel, it'll cool it a lot better. So I would put a little fan in here, just pointing right down on top of it to cool it. It's a fanless unit, but fanless units, they run hot. That's what they do. They have a lot of metal. That metal heats up, and that's what absorbs the heat from the diodes so that you don't burn up your diodes. From there, now it's your job to deal with that heat in the best way possible, which I would say is put a fan on it and then make sure that you have a good extraction setup to get your ventilation in order and get all that heat extracted, because heat will rise. You want to suck it out from the top and it's gone. So that's what I would recommend with this. And I honestly would try this in a 4x4. If I was some dude that, like, this is all you could afford was $360 and you had a 4x4 tent, I would do it. I would do it 100%. You got Osram diodes, you got Samsung diodes, you got a Meanwell driver, you got 400 on the very edges of the 4-foot. I'd check it out. And if you had a 3-foot, all day long in a 3x3, this thing will kill the game. Amazing. So don't forget to check out the giveaway, man. You might get one of these for free, and free is a damn good price, if I don't say so myself. You guys know I get a lot of free shit. I love free shit. Who doesn't love free shit, right? Some nice looking bars, though. I dig it. Mars Hydro, man, stepping up the game. They are really, really starting to step on some toes, man. But that's what they've kind of always done, you know? Back in the days, even when I was with Grow Blue and stuff, they used to just hand us our ass all the time. That's part of the reason why Grow Blue went out of business, man, was Mars Hydro. These fuckers were ruthless in their pricing back in the day. They would undercut people by 50%. There's like, what the fuck? Really? Man, now they're getting into the high-end game. It's going to be an interesting showdown, man. Real interesting showdown. But yeah, click the link below. Definitely, I've got a discount code down there, and yeah, you guys might end up winning one of these lights. Let's go ahead and let this heat up for about an hour or so, and we'll check it, see what kind of heat it generates, and then we'll wrap this sucker up. All right, we are back. We've let this warm up for at least an hour, if not more, and I'm actually surprised the temps that I'm getting. They're pretty decent. I can't really seem to get anything much higher than 123. I did put a piece of tape here because this is some pretty reflective material, and I'm trying to get a reading on it, but it's not really wanting to go that high. I was expecting to get a little bit higher reading. 124. That's not bad, and that's going to be the hottest spot on the light, really, because it's right next to the driver here, and it's in the middle where it's actually cooler on the ends down here. Looking at 98 round in there, 100 maybe maximum. That's not bad at all. That is really hard to see that. And 91. That is not bad. And then the driver's not running overly hot either. 121. Let's give it the hand test. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hot, but it's not burning the crap out of me. How about the bars here? Let me hit the hot spot. Oh yeah, that's toasty. Yeah, it's pretty toasty. Definitely. Sidebar. Oh, sidebar's nothing. Yeah. This is barely warm. That's not bad. So now, it would cover a 2x4 fairly well. The only issue that I see is this hot bar over here is going to be up against the side of the tent if it sucks in. And I can feel right here, the tent's warm. I mean, it's not going to like light the tent on fire at 120 degrees. It's not really going to do that. But it could over time, you know, just weaken that plastic there, and you could end up developing a crease or a crack or a hole or pinhole or something just from degradation of the material due to heat. Heat does bad things to things. It doesn't always set things on fire. It can still ruin things over time. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it could definitely do it. If you had something that was maybe a 27-inch wide tent, it'd be about perfect. About perfect for that. Spider Farmer actually has a 27-inch wide tent that they do, but it's 55-inch long, and then you'd have to get like 2 of these in there. So, I don't know. I think this is ideally, like they recommend, a 3x3 light. I think if you have a 3x3 tent, you are going to kill the game with this thing. Now as far as putting it in a 3x3, the stance of this thing, I got my meter here. As far as the width goes, I'm looking at 23, just a hair under 23 inches wide, and that's at the widest point, and then about 20 and a half here at the shortest point. So it is a little rectangular, not perfectly square, but the numbers are there on this thing, especially in a 3x3. You have each side walled off perfectly in a 3x3. Man, this thing's gonna crush. I finally have another good 3x3 light to recommend. It's really cool. The dimmer's pretty cool. I like the daisy chain, so if you did need to use a couple of these, you could daisy chain them together. The only things that I say that they could upgrade is their rope ratchets, their hanging kit, and these thumb screws are actually they're plastic, which surprised me a lot. I would probably immediately replace these with some metal thumb screws, but it's just a plastic thumb screw. I imagine that's I guess not to damage the metal here and screw it in too tight. So obviously the plastic isn't gonna damage the metal. You could damage it if you got some metal screws and really tried to wrench it down in there. So I imagine I kind of understand the reasoning behind it, but I would probably go with something metal, especially if it's going to be in contact with heat. It's going to weaken eventually. That's why they don't do metal corners. This is a Mars Hydro tent, actually. The 2x4 test tent is a Mars Hydro tent. They don't do metal corners anymore in hardly, or plastic corners anymore in hardly any of the tents, because over time they heat up, they cool down, they heat up, they cool down, they get brittle, and they break. I actually had that happen years ago. It was on my YouTube channel. I came back and the light was literally sitting on top of the plants, and it was my big blue dream was supporting like my big HPS light. It was back in the day. Man, crazy. So you definitely cool this and it will do good things for you, I believe. It's got good hardware. Meanwhile driver, Samsung and Osram diodes. It can do it. It can do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. I know you're going to enjoy the giveaway, so click the link below for the giveaway. And this is part of my 60K subscriber giveaway for YouTube. I'm going to be popping off some giveaways here. I've already got a few of them out, and we're going to have this one and probably one or two more pretty soon. So keep an eye out, and till next time, guys, happy growing.